Good morning, students. In the previous class, we had started with a new chapter, Buddhism and Jainism. We had introduced as to what led to the rise of these two new religions, and we had just discussed the first Jain text. We had done the Angas. Now today we are going to discuss the other literary text. We are going to focus on the Buddhist text today. So firstly, we are going to start with the Buddhist text, the three Pitakas. Now, as the word itself is saying, three Pitakas, three means three, and Pitakas or Pitakas, it means baskets. So they contain three baskets or three books in which all the Buddhist learning are concentrated. Now this was written in the Pali language, which was again the common language of the people then. So that is why we refer the three Pitakas as the three baskets which are written in the Pali language. Now earlier, these books, they were written on narrow leaves when proper writing materials were not available. They were sewn together and they were stored in baskets, hence given them the name three Pitakas or the three baskets. So the three books which are contained here, the first one is called the Vinaya Pitaka. As it is written here, it contains the rules and regulations for the monks, Buddhist monks and nuns. So whatever rules as to the conduct that was to be followed by the Buddhist monks who were called the bhikshus and the nuns which were called the bhikkhunis, that was contained in this book. In addition, some things about the life and teachings of Buddha and some of the art, custom of this period, it was also mentioned in the Vinaya Pitaka. The second book is called the Sut Pitaka, which is the main book again because it focuses on the discourses, on the teachings of Buddha. So whatever teaching, whatever conversation Buddha used to have with his disciples, they are contained in this book. In addition, some of the important teachings of his disciples, his favorite disciples like Ananda or Sariputta, they were also mentioned in this book. It also mentions about Dhammapad. If you are familiar, you have studied in Buddhism in class 6 also, you know that the main concept of Buddhism was Dhamma. That means truth or a path of peaceful conquest. So they said that we should follow this truthful path in order to attain nirvana or salvation. This is also mentioned in the Sut Pitaka. And the third one is the Abhidhamma Pitaka, which is a sort of a secular book. In addition to philosophies of Buddhism, it also talks about secular things such as working of a human mind, how the human mind works, what are the philosophies that drive the human mind, what are the different states of matter, some things related to science. These are also contained in the Abhidhamma Pitaka. And the question that comes is that why is it important? So it is important because in addition to the Buddhist philosophy, it also throws light on the social, economic and political conditions of that period. So this is about the three Pitakas. Please remember, they are written in the Pali language. They are the three baskets which were earlier sewn together on narrow leaves and stored. The three books are the Vinaya Pitaka, dealing with the rules and regulations for the Buddhist monks and nuns. The Sutta Pitaka, which deals with the teachings of Buddha and his disciples like Sariputta and Ananda. They focused on Dhammapad or the path of truth. And the third one is Abhidhamma Pitaka, which deals with the Buddhist philosophy and secular topics like working of human mind, states of matter, etc. These throw light on the social, political, economic conditions of that period. The second book is called the Jataka Tales. Now these books, they deal with the political conditions. They talk about the previous life of Buddha, what Buddha did in the previous life and what about his future births. These are actually contained in the form of some stories, and there are 550 such tales, 550 such stories which are contained in the Jataka Tales. I am narrating you a very small example of a story of the Jataka tale. In this story, a lady, she has a son, and this son is kidnapped by another lady who claims that she is the actual mother. So both the ladies, they fight over the possession of the son, that it's my son, and they happen to come across a place where there is a small kingdom kind of thing where a person is sitting. So they go there for justice. Now what happens, the king, he asks certain questions from both the mothers as to when the child was born, what is something different about the child. So the birth mother naturally gave the exact precise date of the child, and the other lady, she quickly copied, she imitated. In the second question, both of them, they could see the black mole on the back of the child, so they answered correctly. So what he did, he asked both of them to hold the child. So the child naturally was quiet in the mother's lap, and finally he told to keep the child below on the floor. So what happened, both the ladies started trying to take the child, and the child started crying very, very severely and profusely. So the birth mother, she left the child because she could not see him crying. So then he decided that no, this is the actual mother, because a mother's love is unconditional. She cannot see her own child in pain. So this is just a small incident, a small story which is there in the Jataka tales, which is showing a kind of a glimpse on the society of that period. So basically what we are trying to conclude, that in these Jataka tales, Buddha may appear in any form. He may appear as a king, an outcast, god, and he may do something that may show his presence. The Jataka tales have many times been synonymous with the Mahabharata because both of them, they give some type of moral teachings. But the Jataka tales are very important because many Buddhist architecture like the Sanchi Stupa, they show many panels and walls on which stories from the Jataka tales are narrated. Like some scholars like A.K. Warden, they have said that the only drawback of this is that it focuses more on the previous life of Buddha and not on the present birth. But the two questions which come from the Jataka tale are, what are Jataka tales? So you will say that these are tales which describe the previous life of Buddha, and there are 550 such tales. And the second question comes is, why are the Jataka tales very important? So they are important because they throw light on the social, political and economic conditions of the time period between the 5th century to the 2nd century BC, and they also give additional information about the Buddhist moral conducts and principles. So these are the two texts of the Buddhists that we are going to cover. In the next video, we will talk about the causes for the rise of Buddhism and Jainism.